43 teen suicides were reported in Arizona in 2020. It's an issue impacting families, neighborhoods, and our schools.
And behind every single one of these deaths is a family now grieving the loss of a child. This is a very sensitive story, but one we cannot ignore.
ABC 15's Sonu Wasu talked to some of those moms who tell us they missed the warning signs their children needed help.
His name was Jacob Matthew Alvarado, and he was 18 years old.
A class clown nicknamed Dr. Phil by friends who love to come to him for advice. Mom Samantha Worley tells us the death of her baby Jacob was completely unexpected.
He was at a concert 5 days before he died. He was playing basketball the day before he died.
In an ironic twist of fate, 1 year after Jacob died, his mother got a letter in the mail. A letter written by her son Jacob to Jacob.
He mailed it out to himself. I believe it was probably junior year. They have you write a letter to your future self.
A school assignment that gives chilling insight into Jacob's state of mind. Samantha reads us her son's words.
Dear future self, if you are reading this, you probably haven't done what you've been contemplating for years. No good for you. Although it's probably because you were too scared. Your life is worthless. Honestly, don't try to love yourself. It's only going to make the pain worse. If you are indeed reading this, you still live at home. Just get out of there. You're nothing but a burden there. Don't ever think about coming back. Sincerely you.
Like Samantha, mother Leanne Hull also had no idea the stress her baseball star son, Andy Hull, was feeling.
We really focused on grades with all of our kids.
These mothers are the faces behind a big crisis our country is now facing. Teen suicide, as real as it gets for these families.
I probably, in retrospect, would have had more conversations with him and helping him to understand that no matter what happens with grades or with baseball or with scouts, none of it really matters in the long term.
While so much of the emphasis over the last few years has been on training teachers and counselors to recognize the signs of those at risk, these moms will tell you those conversations should begin at home, starting with showing your children how you handle life's disappointments and curveballs.
As adults, we don't model great coping skills for them very well. That would be my biggest advice, if you want to say, or experience or lesson.
Everything you say or do has an impact.
What we don't realize is that we're so stuck in our head that we don't realize what we are doing is affecting them.
In Samantha's case, it was staying in an abusive relationship for the sake of the children.
It ended up leading to self-limiting beliefs. It ended up leading to doubts in himself that I didn't even know he had.
If these moms could give you any advice, they will say, let your children know it's okay to talk about their feelings. Let them know pain does not last forever. If they don't want to talk to you, encourage them to talk to another trusted adult, maybe an older sibling, uncle, or aunt. Also, don't be afraid to talk about the S word, suicide. Mental health experts say it's okay to ask your children if they have had thoughts about harming themselves.
Parents are super afraid to even begin that discussion of suicide because they're still under the myth, the misconception that if I talk about it, they're going to act upon it, or I'm going to put ideas in their head. And that's absolutely false. It's been proven to be false.
So how do you talk to your child about something so sensitive? Experts say the words you use are important. We've put up links on abc15.com to help you get started with that conversation with your child. Sonu Wasu, ABC 15, Arizona.